Hello, my name is Jim Hummer from Solver, and today we're going to be looking at BI360 localhost and how to set up budgeting. In particular, this is going to be for a ERP for Dynamics GP. So we're logged into BI360 localhost, and the first thing we're going to go do is go to Get Data. And here's the connection, and what we're going to do now is edit this. And I went and added a new company in Dynamics GP. And we're going to go through, and once we scroll through, the connections already set up. We can see that I have a new company set up. So I can just go and click. So anytime you add a new company, you have to go through this process. Once this is done, then you can go to Settings. And you can go first, we're going to go to Administration. And we're going to check in our licenses. And we say that we do have our licenses set up for live reporting and for Report Designer. If we click on the tenant, we can see that these are also checked, that we do have licenses. If you want to see if you have budgeting, you can go to View License. You can see that you have budgeting in your license right there. Once this is done, we can go back to our settings. And then we can go to budgeting setup. So we can select our integration. We're going to select Dynamics GP, and we're going to load our companies. It's going to take a while to load here. And once we have that, we can see which companies have budgeting and which ones do not. So we can select the one that does not. We can click on it and then install. And here we have basically authentication, SQL or Windows. You basically have to have a SQL read-write rights because this creates tables. And I'm going to change this just to a system administrator password so we have permissions. Then we'll click OK. And this is going to load the companies. It's going to show that it is installed, that we have a status of OK. Now that I've done that, I'm going to check and see if we can have and show where the budgeting is loaded. So this is the budgeting module here. And what I can do now is I can create a new budget module, and I can select the integration. I can select the company. In this case, I'm going to choose the TWO and just go budget test. And then click create. And this is going to put me to my launcher. Most of the budgeting itself I do in the Excel in the Report Designer. And then my users would run this in the portal or off the web. So again, this is into the ERP itself, and this is off the localhost program. So this is going to load like normally. And here we should be able to go here, and we should see our budget transactions. So what's different is that you should see your account string, and you should be able to expand your accounts and see your extensions. So you have different account types and extensions that you can use in your budgeting. So we're going to do a little example here. We're going to drag and drop and create a little budget form. And actually, I'm going to go here and this begins with 4. And I'm going to go and add a description into this. And then I'm going to go and then add my budget amount. We're going to go through some of this in more detail in some other sessions, but this can just give a good idea. So we have our budget amount. And then we need to have some sort of fiscal period. So to do that, we're going to use period functions. And we're going to use a period function year to date. And we're going to drop this on the top. We're going to expand this. And then so that we can see our periods, we're going to go here and go to our posting periods and put these on our column. Lastly, in the layout editor on the sheet filter, we're going to go to our budgets, and with GP we basically can have multiple budgets per periods, but we have to filter that, and that is a requirement to have. We're going to drop that. Actually, let's just drop that in our report too. And so we go into the sheet filter and we have our budget parameter. So once we do that, if we click onto our amount, we're going to see a budgeting tab. So with this budgeting tab, we can do our budgeting settings, which we can cover in other sessions. But that concludes how you set up your budgeting in localhost BI360. Thank you.